Hello SGDA, my name is Jess Yang, and I'm here to talk about our game frogolf. Before we start, I'd like to thank Nathan Scott and Ethan Schwartzman for working on this game with me. I'd also like to shout out Xavier Chua for helping us edit this video and present this game to you all. Alright, without further ado, here is our game frogolf. Our whole team is calling in from San Diego, California. We're from the Video Game Development Club at UC San Diego, and we completed this game as a part of a 24-hour game jam called Teeny Tinyware. Nathan Scott was one of 2 programmers and a game designer as well. Ethan Schwartzman was also a programmer, designer, and composed the music for this game. And I'm Jess, the artist. I'm very grateful I got the opportunity to work with them. Like I mentioned, this whole game was developed in 24 hours, a single full day for us to brainstorm, design, program, draw, and polish a game. We spent a little time fixing a few things here and there after the game jam ended to finish up and publish on itch. While we have done a little polishing post-jam, frogolf is complete. There won't be any major updates from here on out. It's a short and sweet experience that we're really proud of. Of course, game development always encounters bumps in the road. For our game, the mechanic we chose relied on a really specific theme, using a straight line number key configuration to send your frog flying onto the golf course. Nailing that down was a lot of heavy lifting from Ethan and Nathan, but their hard work really paid off. Regarding art specifically, I was learning how to animate in A-Sprite while doing this jam, so although there was a bit of a learning curve for me, I can say I definitely learned a lot from working on this game. Now, I'd like to introduce Nathan Scott, one of the programmers for frogolf.
Hi SGDA, I'm Nathan, and as Jess said, I worked on the programming for frogolf alongside Ethan. From a programming perspective, I'm really proud of the level of polish we were able to achieve in just 24 hours. Besides a few bugs that we patched out after the jam, basically all of the player controls and ball movement turned out exactly as we envisioned, and they're actually really satisfying to play around with. Before working on frogolf, I actually hadn't made any mini-golf sims, so this was very new to me. I really enjoyed making something completely different from my other projects and figuring out what makes a good golf game, from designing different obstacles to debugging collision physics. I'd also be remiss if I didn't shout out the art and music that complete frogolf's vibe. This was Jess's first time making a pixel art animation, and Ethan composed our fully original track in just a few hours. Having it all come together so well in such a short time is what I'm most proud of from this project. I think a lot of our success came from how we approached the game design. We picked one simple mechanic for launching the ball and made incremental additions through different obstacles. We ended up staying very true to our original design and only had to cut one additional obstacle, which was going to be a speed boost tile. It looks like we're about done with the gameplay, and we're on to the credits. While we show off our mushroom-filled final level, I wanted to answer this last question about how this game got started and where the idea came from. Like Jess mentioned before, we made frogolf as part of a game jam hosted by the Video Game Development Club at our university. To give you an idea of what the jam looked like, we all started together in one room, eagerly anticipating the reveal of the theme. This year, that theme was number keys only. As soon as it was revealed, everyone set off brainstorming their game, and the 24-hour timer began. Ethan, Jess, and I spent the first hour at our little table in the corner staring at the number keys and trying to find a unique twist that we could put on the game. We eventually came up with the idea of creating a power meter by swiping your finger across the keyboard, which could then be used to aim and launch a ball or object. Then, since Jess loves frogs and all sorts of amphibians, we started joking about the idea of launching frogs, and the idea stuck. By the end of the 24 hours, with dubious amounts of sleep, we had our finished game and got to show it off and see what everyone else had been working on. We'd like to shout out the Video Game Development Club at UC San Diego for hosting this game jam and building such a cool community. A huge part of this experience for us was getting to be in that room with a bunch of other passionate game developers. The energy and creativity that I've personally seen from this community is really second to none. If you want to play some more awesome student-made games, you can check out the rest of our club's work at vgdc.dev. Thank you again for Xavier for editing this video for us, and thank you SGDA for this opportunity to showcase our game. That's all from us, Froggy Team signing off.